Hi, I'm Sue Moss. I am a public accountant, as you've seen in my other videos if you've looked at them. I have this idea that could create a lot of jobs for university students and give them a lot of experience while they're still at university, particularly students who are in their final year. And it's a part-time job that I'm talking about, not full-time jobs. At the moment, and this is the 28th of April 2016, it's available to people, and that is a transition to retirement pension. But next Tuesday, being the 3rd of May 2016, the politicians may be planning to take away that transition to retirement pension, which could help create a lot of jobs for uni students, if people promote it the right way. At the moment it's mainly promoted by financial advisors and a lot of accountants as a way of saving on taxes. So people take it now just simply to save on taxes, and they don't cut back their work hours. I'd actually like people to do what I think the politicians who first thought it up planned and hoped for, and that is to create shorter working hours for older people, those who are aged from 55 to 65 years of age. Anywhere in that time you can take a transition to retirement pension from your superannuation fund, which means you have to pull out between 4 to 10% of the value of your superannuation fund as a pension. And depending on your age, if you're 60 or more, that's not taxed. But if you're 55, it's practically taxed at normal rates. But you can salary sacrifice back in, and it creates tax savings within your superannuation fund and can earn you a higher rate of return on your superannuation fund because you're not paying out taxes on the money that's set aside to create that pension. So that's just a little tax saving bit of information. However, what it could do for our uni students, and this is what I love about it, is it could create enough income for people to cut back their hours and to create part-time jobs for particularly highly educated young people who only want a part-time job so that they can gain experience before they are fully qualified. And just imagine it. If you're the boss of a firm and you may want to go fishing regularly, have 3-day weekends, go fishing, or learn a musical instrument. I don't know. There's a mountain of different hobbies out there. And I'd love to see a lot more people take up indoor carpet bowls, because my dad wants to move from Lightning Ridge to Melbourne, well, roughly Melbourne, but he only wants to go somewhere where there's a lot of indoor carpet bowls available to be played. And look, it's got the benefits of no sun, no rain, highly skilled and very social, and a lot of fun, a real lot of fun. We play it every year when we go up to Lightning Ridge. We just love getting there for the indoor carpet bowls, our family does. And I'd love some more carpet bowls groups around Melbourne because we can't find them in our area. Anyway, that's digressing. What I want to talk about is transitioning to retirement and cutting back your hours and giving a university student, particularly someone in their final year, a part-time job. And think about it, you may not have the right person in your small business who can move up and fill your shoes, but you could leave some of the work for someone who could come in, say, a quarter of an hour before you leave work, get the lowdown on what's happening for that day, and be paid at an undergraduate's wage, so an unskilled person's wage. So it's not a great income necessarily for the university student, but it's the experience that counts. And it's that ability to gain experience before you finish your degree, so that when you go out there in your final year, after finishing your degree, you've got the experience to perhaps get a wonderful full-time job. Think about it like engineering students in particular, they really need experience. And it just makes it so much easier for them to get a job if you'd employ them to come in at a certain time and do particular jobs in your business for you. You've got to allow, of course, that they're going to take quite a lot longer because they want to double check everything, make sure they're not making any mistakes, and they need to be able to contact the person whose job they're filling in for by mobile phone, so that if they've got a problem they can solve it quickly rather than wasting time. You've also got to allow for the fact that they're not going to have the product knowledge that you, the boss, has. They're going to need to find that, and they're going to need to carry around a notebook everywhere, writing down tips from you, where to follow things, and have a good amount of training time with you when you are at the office. And university students can fit that in around their courses, particularly if the universities are smart and schedule lectures that are televised and recorded on Mondays and Fridays, and don't put down compulsory tutorials for those days for final year students. Because a lot of people want to take a long weekend. So if they're going to take a day off, they're going to take a Monday or a Friday, and that's the best day to pick up one of these type of jobs where you're filling in for someone. So I'd encourage universities to make sure it's mainly lectures that are happening for final year students on Mondays and Fridays. Also, a lot of university students, if they know they can get a part-time job, which is just one where they come in for a couple of hours from say 3:30 to 5:30, can fill in your office quite regularly, because they can often schedule their classes so that they're not later on in the day. And I'd just like to give a young person a go. That's what I've done in the past. I've trained up bookkeepers. They sit opposite me and they work while I work. And okay, I don't charge my clients for a full hour when I'm training them, because they're going to be asking me questions, and I'm going to start the clock. Just like I'm going to start this recording now because my phone's ringing. And that's all I had to say on this subject.